going on, dudes? It's your dude, Beidou, and welcome back to Genshin Impact. Picking up where we left off, we went across the Guyan Forest, basically the islands of Liyue Harbor, to get into a competition that Beidou has created for us, while trying to have a look at our skills and see how well we perform against enemies. And because of that, we managed to get her trust to get her help to take us to Inazuma, which is our next goal to head to in our quest, as you can see here. We need to ask Catherine for more information about Inazuma before we leave, because apparently what we've known so far about Inazuma is that it is led by a vision named Raiden Shogun, who she creates storms across the islands and the sea, so it could be very dangerous, and there's some danger still lurking around Inazuma that we have to help. But not only all of those, but to top it all off, it is where we'll need to go to keep looking for our sister, because that's why we are going to Inazuma, because after a couple of episodes back that we saw bloomy, she was with the Abyss Sorter, so we need to head to Inazuma to find more about her on her side. But first, let's talk to Catherine.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. What can I do for you, traveler?
Oh, that's a line I wouldn't be hearing anytime sooner. Hello, Catherine. About traveling to Inazuma.
Ah, yes. I've heard that you've already made arrangements with the captain of the Crux fleet regarding your passage to Inazuma. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Now that I think about it, it's been quite some time since I last visited those lands. Unfortunately, I don't have any current intel that would be worth sharing with you.
Okay, that's fair.
There you are. You're the traveler that Beidou will be taking to Inazuma, right?
Oh, Sea Drake. I've been waiting all day for you.
Oh, is that right? Well, it's an honor to meet you.
It's an honor to meet you too.
The fleet has nearly completed reprovisioning. Once the crews have taken a head count, we can get underway.
Alright.
Captain Beidou sent me to come get you. We'll weigh anchor as soon as you're aboard.
Right on.
Seems Beidou is the captain of her word.
Right on about that, Paimon too.
Of course. There are many things that the captain insists upon. I'm sure you'll see for yourself once you're on board.
Oh, I can't wait.
So you'll be heading off then?
Yep.
I suppose congratulations are in order.
You don't have to worry about congratulating me.
Whether the journey before you leads to the heights of the heavens or the depths of the abyss, each step you take is another achievement.
That is true.
Until we meet again, Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Ad Astra Abyssosk, Catherine.
Oh, it's kind of hard to say goodbye now. We practically see each other every day.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, if that's how you feel, why not come and find me when you arrive? I'll be awaiting you on Narukami Island.
Ah, I knew it.
So there's another Catherine in Inazuma? See, there's no need to get all sappy now.
Yeah, I noticed that there's a Catherine in every guild, apparently.
Well, I guess it's time for you to bid farewell to Liyue Harbor. Now that I've delivered my message, I'll be heading back. The ship is currently anchored off of Stone Forest.
Stone Forest, that was the name of the place I was talking about. I couldn't remember it.
Thanks for coming all this way to let us know.
Just following orders. I'll see you two aboard the Alcor.
Right on, me hearties. The immovable god and the eternal female. Alright, time to board the Alcor and find Beidou. Alright, Beidou, time to set sail!
Ah, you finally made it.
Yep.
All these years, come rain or storm, the Crux fleet has never suffered a delay. If it were anyone else, I might have set sail already.
It's an honor to be aboard.
Don't look too serious, I'm only joking. You're just on time. The crew have just finished making final preparations. Well, now that everyone's here, we set sail for the land engulfed by storm and tempest. The nation of eternity.
Anchors away!
Right on, my crew. Set sail to Inazuma. tell you what, it's a pretty good ship she's got. Man, that looks so good. Wow. Cool view. Look at everybody just working hard to prepare to set sail. Even Kasua is sitting on top of a weapon. A little wave there. Anchors up. Sails open. Paddles aboard. Let's go. Man, I love that scene. That was really good. All the preparations and setting off. That is so cool. Oh, we got another cool. Ah. Wow. So this is Inazuma? Wow. Mountains look great. Wow. I'm as surprised as my character. Hey. Who are you, my friend?
Ahoy there.
Ahoy there. I love how he acts like a pirate.
So, you finally made it. You sure kept me waiting, Captain.
Thoma?
And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Or perhaps I should say, honored guests.
It is a pleasure.
Shush!
You can blame your almighty shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing all the more fierce lately. Though the fleet was fully up to the challenge, the inclement weather still caused some delay. Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Thoma, a trade partner that I've gotten to know recently.
I see.
You don't know how long I've been waiting to see you.
Really?
Thoma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them. Seems even the stormy seas can't keep rumors of these outlanders' sterling deeds at bay.
Nice to meet you, Thoma.
Oh, it's sure nice to hear you say that.
With any luck, it'll give you a head start here. Thoma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say he's the fixer around these parts.
I see.
If you run into any problems here, just talk to Thoma. But if he tries to pull any moves on you, I'll be sure to deal with him personally the next time I'm around.
Okay, I'll keep an eye on that.
No need to worry. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
I'm sure we'll do.
Good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going. I wouldn't want to be caught with my sails down here. I do have a wanted fugitive on board after all.
Alright then.
Oh, right. Kazuha.
That's right.
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it your all, no matter what perilous storms you may encounter.
We got this.
Fair seas, Captain Beidou. Bye-bye.
Now then, first things first. We need to go get you registered at the border checkpoint.
Alrighty then. Lead the way.
Paimon thought we were supposed to be keeping things on the down low. Are we just gonna walk into the government's hands?
Oh yeah, right. We gotta make sure that is wary of us.
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku decree. You wouldn't be able to avoid inspection even if you tried. So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Oh, okay then. But we still gotta keep our suspicions up around here. Because you never know what will happen. Go register at the border checkpoint with Thoma. So this is Inazuma. This is nice. I like the entrance we got to this place. Really good. Alright, let's talk to Kagemen. Kagemen. I think that's how you say your name?
Please state your name,
Oh,
identity,
Kageyama.
and
Sorry.
the purpose of your visit. Oh, except you, Thoma. You must be new here.
Yes, I am.
Excuse me? Please provide the information requested and also declare any goods you are carrying with you.
Let's see. Do I want to tell them what I'm looking for, or do I tell them? Okay, that top one doesn't really make sense and works well, so I'm just gonna do the bottom one. We are here to find my sister.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. We cannot approve entry for purely personal reasons. So, unless you have a valid reason for visiting in accordance with the rules...
Oh, okay, that didn't work.
My apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are their entry papers, for your kind perusal.
What? Ugh, take your time. No rush or anything.
I just wanted to see what you'd say. Sorry about that.
I see. Okay. Your papers are all in order. Welcome to Rito.
Thank you.
So, where do we go next?
The Outlander Affairs Agency.
Okay.
They only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on Rito, there's a process you have to go through with them.
Sheesh. So it is super strict, just like everyone says.
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, people from everywhere else are referred to as outsiders. As the
That
word
is true.
suggests, outlanders aren't very welcome in Inazuma with the Sakoku decree in force.
Oh.
Not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement.
Welcome or not, we don't have a choice.
I like how you think. I've got a feeling we're going to get along very well.
I sure hope so.
Now, let's head over to the Outlander Affairs Agency.
Alright.
Most of the current rules were put in place by the administration of Rito, the Kanjo Commission.
A Kanjo Commission?
Yes, one branch of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma, responsible for growing and managing the nation's wealth. You really haven't heard of it before?
It's a waypoint for me to use. It just seems like what we're hearing and seeing around it's that everybody's very strict with the rules they have here in Inazuma, and it makes sense with these kind of things that Thoma's talking to us about is what we have to do to keep ourselves welcome and stay here.
You've completed the entry procedures, yes? And now you want to apply for residency? Both of you?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million mora.
2 million?
2 million? For a processing fee? Are you serious?
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes 2 million total. Don't worry, you can trust my math.
Yeah, it's way too simple for that.
Paimon wasn't so much questioning your math as...
Do we even have enough?
Ma'am, these two here are good friends of mine. I think you'll find I'm one face you recognize.
Ah, Mr. Thoma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce it to 400,000 mora total.
That is a major discount.
Thank you ever so much, Miss Eureka. But as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf. I'll treat you to dinner too. How does that sound?
That's not how you haggle! By all means, bargain the price down, but...
All right then, as you wish, Mr. Thoma. I will make a record.
What?
Much obliged.
How did he make it that easy? From 400,000 to 600. I don't know what he's worked with to try and keep us safe.
What? She went from 2 million down to 600?
Exactly.
Something seriously wrong with people's sense of finance around here.
I think it's about more than the mora.
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. A processing fee is just a figure of speech. The way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money, so it becomes a question of how much they can make.
What?
So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here and needs to apply for residency...
Then they'll milk them for all they're worth.
I see. Bargaining chips.
Exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really comes in handy.
Wow, that's blatant oppression against outlanders.
Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this closed nation era, there's very little that can be done about it. The most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves is stick together. That's how the International Trade Association came about.
So it's a trade association built by and for Outlanders?
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests, the association provides help, support, and structure for Outlanders trying to survive on Rito.
I see.
Essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and survival skills.
So how would an Outlander ever get to meet?
Sounds like just staying alive is an achievement when you're an Outlander in Inazuma.
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. Yes, given that you are Outlanders, it's certainly a lofty aspiration. After all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma. She is a deity who reigns on high, while all other life gazes up in awe.
That may well be.
I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter in this world. Who's to say you won't happen to run into the Raiden Shogun one day after lunch?
Uh-huh. And is that likely?
Okay, I'll give it to you straight. I know of a way to introduce you to the Raiden Shogun.
You do?
Really? Wow, the Rito Fixer's better connected than we thought.
I mean, it will take all the resources I have at my disposal, but it could be done. However, before we get there, connections come at a high price, you understand?
Yeah.
Not you too.
No. In this instance, when I say price, I'm not talking about Mora.
Yeah.
In fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that if this is something you really want, you'll have to agree to help other people solve some of their problems first.
I see.
I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy. It's my own personal rule for dealing with situations like this.
Oh, I see.
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the man in the middle, so you have to trade favors to keep everyone indebted to you.
So, what's the job?
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out to be some sort of crook? Never mind. Here's the
I don't know why
situation.
you would go on
As I
why
touched
you
upon
went there.
earlier, the members of the International Trade Association are constantly struggling to survive. Recently, things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so just go and check things out. See if there's any way you can help.
Okay.
The head of the association is called Kurisu, and he's a good friend of mine. Go talk to him. I'll wait for you here.
Wait a minute. I think I see a 7 of the statue out in the distance in that red light. I might have to go activate it after this conversation.
Why in the world can't
Go to the International Trade Association and understand its members' situation. Ah, yeah. Okay, I lost sight of where it was. So anyway, yeah, there it is. I'll quickly go over there. Okay, here we are, the 7th statue. Let's unlock it. The world opens itself before those with noble hearts. Oh yeah, that's the saying it says before it's open. There we go. We finally opened Inazuma, the area that I was trying to go to by sailing across this big seas that the cutscene was skipped to, and all the way here. Now we can finally see the actual map of Inazuma. Apparently there's still others I still need to open as well, but I will get to those at some point. I might have to do it off camera, maybe, unless I could do a couple more episodes. Anyways, oh, I can unlock Resonate with Electro. Let's do it. Gotta try this new power for my character. Cool. So wait, let me see my... Yeah, I've got electro power now. Nice. Can't wait to try that out. And there was something in my voiceover that I gotta check out too about Inazuma's. Oh, okay. So let's just talk about. All right. Anyways, let's get back to the International Trade Association.
Huh? Hello there. You must be seeking refuge with the International Trade Association. The Outlander Affairs Agency took you for all you're worth, I suppose.
Luckily, we had a friend with us.
Ah, good. That's a relief. You need to be careful, or you'll find yourself losing your savings all at once.
We heard the association has been having some difficulties lately. Is that true?
Yes. Left, right, and center. Obstacles at every turn. but that's nothing new for us.
The Sakoku decree certainly makes things difficult for anyone who wants to come here from overseas.
But it's not the root cause of our woes. The Sakoku decree might restrict our scope of activity, but in and of itself, it doesn't stop us from being able to enjoy a comfortable existence. No. What's really squeezing us Outlander merchants dry is those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Commission.
More grubbers?
Oh, of the 3 commissions, that's the one that oversees everything on Rito, isn't it?
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate, unbelievable regulations, and that's not the worst of it.
Oh?
They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason, completely changes the way we pay our taxes. It used to be Mora, but now it's something called Crystal Marrow.
Crystal Marrow?
Crystal Marrow? What's that?
Something that most of us in the association had never heard of before either, until the new decree came along. Eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a batch of it to Snezhnaya in his youth. So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous search for this Crystal Marrow. But then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem for ourselves. The rising demand for Crystal Marrow drove the price higher and higher. Now there's only one vendor who even has it in stock. We can't get a hold of it anywhere else.
Isn't that what they call a monopoly?
Okay, I don't know where Paimon get that idea. I don't know if the creators that brought this line to Paimon actually made a reference to the board game, but it just doesn't feel right for her to be bringing that name up, honestly, but whatever.
Exactly. So this vendor keeps pushing the price up, and we have no choice but to buy from them because the tax decree forces us to. It's a vicious cycle, the consequence of which is that our taxes will soon exceed our profits. And once that happens...
This is absurd treatment.
We've tried communicating with the Commission directly, but this is a nation where the cries of a few struggling merchants will never be heard over the ever-present roar of thunder. Fontaine, my dear homeland. I
Fontaine?
miss you an awful lot at the moment.
Sounds awful. They're really bleeding them dry. What do you think we should do?
What could we do? Maybe we could try our best to negotiate with the Kanjo Commission.
But Karisu's the head of the association, and even he hasn't had any luck. Not to mention, we're Outlanders too.
It could be a try. Could be worth a try.
Right. And besides, I think this may well be the fate they've ordained for us.
Okay. Well, we could try tackling the problem by going to the other party involved.
That vendor. I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped contacting us. I have no idea where he sources this stuff.
Well, it definitely sounds like he's being unfair. How do we find him? We could go talk to him and see if he lets anything slip.
Hey, that's a pretty good idea. Since you're not affiliated with the association and you're new to Rito, he may just let his guard down.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
If I remember correctly, our usual meeting point with him is under a tree by the coast in the residential district. See if you can find him there.
Okay, got it.
Got it. We're on the case.
Find the merchants selling crystal marrow. Oh. Uh-huh. There he is.
Huh? I don't think I recognize you. Are you new arrivals?
Yes, we just arrived.
So, what do you need with me?
Where do you source your goods?
The sheer nerve. You don't go around asking questions like that. If I gave you my sources, I might as well hand you the whole darn business. Trade secret. Got it? You know what trade and secret mean, right?
Oh, of course I know that.
This guy's got a bad attitude.
Can you reduce your prices?
Ha! Are you even buying? Oh, I see what's going on here. Karisu and his associates sent you here to try and plead their case, didn't they?
Um,
They're wasting their time. The price is non-negotiable. Not by a single Mora.
Hey, what's your problem?
Get out of here, go on. Tell them they're lucky to be buying from me in the first place, and they ought to be more grateful. If it weren't for me, they'd be in seriously hot water.
And what do you mean by that?
What are we gonna do? There's no talking to this guy.
Time to get the real fixer on the case.
Good idea. Let's check back in with him.
He's definitely not budging. I feel like we could have said something different if the game gave us a different option, but it is what it is, so we'll just head back and talk to Thoma for some intel support. Hey, Thoma.
That was quick. You resolved it already?
No, we haven't.
Actually, we're having a little trouble.
You're going to have to help us help you.
No? Well, by all means, tell me what you need. I'll help as much as I can. Getting you to go fixing things when you've only just arrived is quite a demand.
That's alright. What do you know about Werner?
Oh, that guy? I'm familiar. He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he collect on the beach just to get by. But he seems to have suddenly shot up in the world recently. I can only assume he must have found himself a patron after leaving the International Trade Association.
Huh. You're saying he used to be a member of the International Trade Association? So he's an Outlander too?
Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him?
Seems like a Mondstadter to me.
That's right. Werner was born in Mondstadt, then went into the shipping business, trading between Leah and Inazuma. When Inazuma closed to the outside world, he was one of a group of Outlanders that ended up stranded on Rito.
Huh. What a bummer.
The International Trade Association was initially very generous to him, but over time, with decree after decree, the association members found it increasingly difficult to make ends meet.
So he left the association and turned his back on them.
I'm sure it's more nuanced than that. I believe even the most ungrateful and cold-hearted of people still have some amount of gratitude and warmth left in them somewhere.
Got it.
Really? Is that all you need to know?
Yes, absolutely.
Well then, it sounds like you may have found a way in with him.
Yes, I did. Because with that information, we can try to help him negotiate with the International Trade Association. Because at some point they could try to make up with one another what's been going on lately. That could work.
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands doesn't mean I want to waste any of it talking to you.
Time on your hands. Some would call that a form of freedom.
Huh? Where's this coming from?
What do I say? A dandelion wine would sure be nice on a day like this.
Mondstadt? You were talking about Mondstadt.
What would be a good option for that? Let's go with... You know, I've got plenty of these. A Windmill Aster. Give him that.
Goodness, I can sense it now. So familiar, but I can't remember the last time I was there. The scent of Mondstadt. Oh, how it takes me back.
May the Animal Archon protect you.
Oh, my hometown. The home of freedom. How I long to go back and visit.
It's working!
So, trying to play my heartstrings like a liar, are you? I know what you're up to.
Close your eyes.
Huh? What is this? What are you up to now?
Just
Close
do
your
it.
eyes already!
Listen closely. Doesn't it sound familiar?
You mean the sound of the ocean?
Grilled tiger fish. Get it while it's hot.
Leah Harbor. I can see it so clearly. Oh, and the sound of the waves. The calls of the merchants.
May the flames of virtue spread to all.
Xiao lanterns. I'm right there at the lantern right. Oh, look at them floating up into the sky.
This guy has a really active imagination. Either that or he really does miss Liyue Harbor.
Liyue.
See, we're getting him back with the sense of the previous places he's visited and from where he's came from, so he can feel much better. So he can find a way to reconsider with the trade association. Xin Qingjin. Let's give him that.
Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make me relive it anymore. My poor heart can't take it.
A lot of people out there sympathize with the position you're in.
You mean the folks from the International Trade Association? And I suppose they are far from home, just like me. Often, I'll sneak down to the shore at night and listen to the sound of the waves. I like to imagine it's the voice of my hometown, carried across the ocean. I've run into folks from the association more than a few times doing just that, but I always hide my face and slip away. Don't you think I've wanted to talk things through with them and free myself from this anguish?
Yep.
Well, no one's stopping you, so...
They're so resilient. None of them had anyone else to rely on, so they rallied together, committed to finding a way to survive. But I couldn't do it. I'm not strong enough. So I caved. Those people, they'd make the smallest of promises, offer the most measly benefits, and I'd do whatever they asked of me. And make Mondstadters look like the worst people in the world.
Who are those people?
Alright, I'll tell you the whole story. It's eating me up inside, and I can't take it anymore.
You ready to talk now?
The International Trade Association will protect you.
But I betrayed them. I can't show my face there.
Come on, you scaredy cat. Look, you messed up, but now it's time to make things right. So come on, get it off your chest. What's the deal here?
It's a scheme by the tax collection Ashigaru, Keijiro and his companions. They start by overtaxing the merchants, then take the extra crystal marrow they receive and stockpile it. Once the merchants run out of places to buy crystal marrow, they get me to sell that extra stock back to the merchants at an extortionate price, with the proceeds going to the tax collection Ashigaru.
It's plain evil gouging them like this.
I'm their puppet, yes. But my cut is a tiny fraction of what we take in total. It's barely enough for me to live on.
We need evidence.
Evidence? You're right. Without conclusive evidence, he will never admit it. Now that I think about it, whenever I report back to him after a sale, he always heads to the same place. It's always made me suspicious.
How?
As it happens, I handed some Mora over to him not long ago. I can show you where he went if you want.
That would be really good.
Really? Well, then there's no time to lose. Let's go.
But that is all the time I have for this episode, guys. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button to help this channel grow. If you guys like these videos, make sure you hit that like button. If you guys have any other suggestions, make sure you leave a comment down below. Next episode, we're gonna continue on helping. We're gonna finding tracks of Keijiro's tax outgrowth with the merchants. So we can help the people here in Rito to stop living so poorly with overpricing going on, and hopefully we can help fix some of the problems that has been going on in Inazuma to help us continue looking for our sister. And I will say, guys, this place isn't too bad. It looks pretty small when I looked at the map when I opened the Statue of the Seven, but it's not bad. I think that's just one of the couple areas that I need to find later on, but hopefully we'll get to those at some point and to see what other new things this place has in store for us. But until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.